That's right. I'm going to go on record right about now because I got a sneaky suspicion that Ryan Poles is going to shock the whole league. And this pick is starting to grow on me. And that is at number 9, the Bears drafting Brock Bowers. And I don't hate this idea, not at all. I'm looking at it like, okay, a wide tight end that can stretch the seams. We haven't had that for decades. Decades. And it'll work well with Shane Waldron's offense. He likes to run 2 tight end sets a lot. So imagine 2 tight ends, Kmet and Brock Bowers. Then you got DJ Moore. And you got Keenan Allen out there. That's if you really look at it from the skill positions, that can shred a zone defense. So that puts teams in a perplexical thought process. Like opposing defenses would be like, okay, man, they kicking our ass in the zone because Keenan Allen, he good at finding the soft spots in the zone. It's like, all right, let me slither over here. Let me slide and shimmy over here. Same with DJ Moore. He knows how to get open. And then you add somebody like Brock Bowers who can stretch the seams. You guys remember back before the dude went crazy and started killing everybody, deleting everybody, when the Patriots was running 2 tight end sets with Gronk and Aaron Hernandez, nobody knew what to do. Nobody could do anything with them. That team was a nightmare for people to deal with. And they didn't win the Super Bowl that year, but damn it, they shoulda. But then, you got one guy who's jovial. People like him, get along with him. And Gronk, just a nice guy. Dude you want to have a beer with. Drink out of beer mugs and drink shots with. And then the other guy, just a sociopathic, just piece of crap, basically. He ruined a good thing because that Patriot team, that team could have been something. But I'm envisioning that because Shane Waldron likes to run, it seems like a similar double tight end set. And I think having a tight end like Brock Bowers will work great with a young quarterback. Assuming it's Caleb Williams, I think it's Caleb Williams. I hope it's going to be Caleb Williams. But you look at how much Travis Kelce helps out Patrick Mahomes. Having that solid blanket, if you will, who always knows where to be, knows how to get open in zone or man. And you could see the difference that it made, like when they went to Baltimore to play the Ravens. Early in the game, quick touchdown pass to Kelce. That allowed Patrick Mahomes' nerves to calm down. Let's not make no mistake about it. The Ravens had the best all-around team during the regular season this year. Their defense was top-notch. I think their defense was number 1 this year. So, but that tight end, quarterback to tight end connection allowed Patrick Mahomes to settle in and run the offense. We tend to underestimate how valuable a tight end can be to the quarterback. We see all the great things Patrick Mahomes does, dropping a ball on a dime. Even in that Super Bowl against Tom Brady when he had two of his offensive line, two key members on his offensive line. I think left tackle and right tackle was injured and out. So he's running for his life the whole game, and he was still dropping the ball on the hands of receivers and tight ends. Kelsey was dropping balls too. No diddy. But but over the years we tend to get away from how valuable a tight end is to the quarterback because the fancy smancy Ferrari, aka wide receiver, who oftentimes are the most flamboyant and loud, emotional, boisterous players on the team, and in cases it has been very beneficial to some teams. Some teams it has not been so much. So we tend to look at wide receivers like it's like everybody's so obsessed with Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's trade up to get Marvin Harrison Jr. We have to have Marvin Harrison Jr. Is as solid as he is. I've watched him play. I watched him play whole games. I've watched the highlights. He's definitely a different character. But is he that special to where we can say there's never going to be another freak of nature, a wide receiver in upcoming drafts? Is there never going to be another Randy Moss? Every year there's somebody at wide receiver that, whether people looking at him like, yeah, he looks like he could be pretty good, but we don't really know. Then all of a sudden, this other guy who nobody was really talking about like that, like every now and then, all of a sudden he's the best wide receiver to come out of that draft. The guy that you didn't see coming. There's always that guy in the draft. This is why I'm not so hell-bent on, okay, we have to get Marvin Harrison Jr. We have to get Rome Odunze. We have to get Malik Neighbors. No, we actually don't. I actually think for his position, I actually think Brock Bowers would be more impactful for the Bears to go ahead and draft him. And it's taking me some time because I too was looking at the wide receivers, all the choices. It's like a fat kid at a smorgasbord. Like, oh my God, at a buffet. Just so much to choose from. Oh my goodness. And you get carried away with that. You kind of get lost in that, not realizing one of the basic solid foundations of a successful NFL offense is that tight end that can run straight down the seams, and you don't have nobody strong enough to jam him to the point where he's not going to be open. Then he could just post up on a smaller cornerback. You just throw a jump ball. Boom. Easy first down. Easy touchdown. So have we gotten to the point where we're completely forgetting about the lost art of a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field? Have we gotten so carried away with the wide receivers? We're so fascinated with what wide receivers can do on the outside. We tend to forget about the middle of the field, the heart of a zone defense, because a lot of teams will elect to play zone rather than a man, especially if they don't feel they have player for player at each position to match up with your offense. They're going to elect to play zone and guard spaces, guard areas of grass. But just think for a second, because this would be a great problem to have. teams trying to figure out how to match up with the Bears. Got Brock Bowers tearing up the middle. You still got Cole Kmet unless you elect to trade him for some more picks. I mentioned that. I wouldn't be mad at that either. Cole Kmet is solid, but he doesn't scare you. I get the sneaky suspicion that Brock Bowers is going to be one of those scary stretch the defense type of tight ends. To the point where you really have to pay attention to the middle of the field or he will destroy your defense. This is how opposing defenses look at Travis Kelce. Like we gotta find a way to stop him. I don't see people thinking that way about Cole Kmet. I like Cole Kmet. He's solid. He can block. He can run routes. He can catch. Cool. But in my personal opinion, he's closer to being just a guy. He's solid, yeah, but you don't fear him. I think Brock Bowers has the potential of striking fear in opposing defenses. For a big dude, he's very shifty. For a big dude, he's fast. He's strong. And the more I think about that number 9 pick, the more I kind of want Brock Bowers, to tell you the truth. No trading up for Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, trust me, there's going to be another Marvin Harrison Jr. in future drafts. Whether it really don't matter. It could be in the second round. Somebody that, the league is not really looking at like that. I predict there's going to be more. Every year there's receivers like Marvin Harrison Jr. out there. Remember a few years ago, people were so in love with what's dude name? The receiver for the Eagles. Jalen Reagor. Is that his name? Supposedly he was the best thing since sliced bread. He got drafted to the Eagles and you don't even hear his name. That just proves my point. There's going to be other Marvin Harrison Jr.'s. I don't care what you say. At one point in time, there was a Jamar Chase who was what a lot of people thought, I can't miss. He's a thoroughbred. It's gonna be a long time before you see another wide receiver like Jamar Chase. And here we are again. Marvin Harrison Jr. People saying the same thing. This is a generational talent. He's the real generational talent. That's what they want to say when they want to throw shade at Caleb. The real generational talent is Marvin Harrison Jr. You can't mess with him. If you pass on him, you're going to regret it. There will never be another Marvin Harrison Jr., just like there will never be another Jamar Chase. Come on, people. Let's take our brains out of the bowl of applesauce, clean it off, stick it back in your head, allow it to function, and walk with me on this journey, because I think, I'm not going to predict it, but I will say, if the Chicago Bears select Brock Bowers at number 9, I, for one, will not be upset about it. I think I probably would like that. I think that move will turn out pretty great. Select Caleb at number 1, Brock Bowers at number 9. We going to the playoffs, baby. Anyway, that being said, subscribe to my channel. This is Uncut Sports, no feelings. Hit up the Cash App. Support the channel. We're trying to grow this thing over here. $ Cobra Clutch 357. That being said, Brock Bowers at number 9. Damn it. I'm out.